Yes, people, welcome back to BBK Sports. Is he for sale? Is he staying? We're talking about Isak. When it comes to Gyokeres, is it fact? Is it fiction? Is he signed? Is he not? It's it seems as though the Gyokeres thing has died down. Now Fabrizio and Ornstein have to get all their tweets out. They done squeeze all the juice out the Gyokeres story. There's nothing left. So now it's Isak they turn their attentions to. But people, from the musical intro to the musical chat, you know what time it is.
Maybach music.
Every day I'm hustling. Who you suckers think you?
Maybach.
I think I'm Big Meech. Larry Hoover. Whipping.
Maybach.
Follow me. I'm so sophisticated. To get a verse of me, you gotta be a
Maybach music.
I'm burning purple flowers. It's burning my chest. I bury the most.
Maybach music.
Listen, people, E. Ross went through the whole catalog this morning. I got more, but I got to save some for another day. Big up to the Don, the boss. That's E. Ross, the legendary YouTube member that just shuts down every stream he walks into. Yes, people, it is Alexandra Isak Day. And if you're an Arsenal fan, you kind of like that the attention shift from the striker that you want. But we're going to get into all of it, people. We're going to get into all of it. I see we got 19 of the legends locked in, so I have to big them up. I have to big up all these legends. I see Bluebird. I see Alvin. I see Mr. Battard. Now, Mr. Battard was on to everyone when he said the dominoes are starting to fall. And I wanted to ask the question. I really wanted to ask the question. Yeah, if Liverpool are going to do the business and Isak is not for sale, is like what they're saying, why not just get Ekitike? I think Ekitike banks. Obviously, I think Isak is the better striker. I think Isak is the better player. But I think Ekitike goes to Liverpool and bang. I don't think he's the scrub. And is it really a 4-4-2 in the making? Like, really, though? Is it really a 4-4-2 in the making at Newcastle to play alongside? Because 80 million, now you can say Arsenal aren't paying 50 million to be a backup for Madueke, and I'll hear that. I hear that all day long. I hear that any day of the week. It may or may not be true. Maybe the club is trying to move differently, but I think we can definitively say, we can say with a degree of absolute certainty that Newcastle are not, I repeat, not spending 80 million pounds for a backup. So either we believe that Eddie Howe is going to change and do the 4-4-2 thing, or they know that Isak is leaving. When he's leaving, don't know. Now, I asked the Liverpool fans, yeah? I asked some of the Liverpool fans. Unfortunately, it was right after the unfortunate passing of Diogo, and it was a sensitive time. It was a sensitive time. For mourning, head loss. And Liverpool fans actually love Diogo Jota. They actually love him. He scores a lot of goals. Quality. The only knock they had against him was his fitness record. When he was on the pitch, he banged. And he scored goals. And the only thing that replaces goals. Onslaught is a very astute manager. The way he goes about his business, yeah? Onslaught sent the message clearly to everyone with eyes and everyone that would listen that Darwin Núñez wasn't his guy. He literally won the league and still didn't start Darwin. He still didn't start him after they won the league. Big up all 20 of y'all locked in still. We're gonna get into it, folks. We're gonna get into it, but I have to big up these legends, man. Big up Darren. Oh, you still, brother. Everything good? That's it. Large and in charge. Man, like E Ross. I saw the E Ross. You know what was up. Big up to Scants. I did say we would make a bid. Yeah. And people, if you haven't already, you can go check out Joy the Dread TV Mandem podcast. Yesterday was a fantastic show. Scans was on there. Joy the Dread D-Man, I was on there. It was a great show. A lot of what we talked about yesterday kind of came to fruition today in terms of reports and bids and style of play and what Eddie Howe and what Newcastle have in motion. Isak holds up the shirt next week. We cannot let this happen. We cannot let this happen. But we're going to talk about it, man. But I have to big up these legends. E. Ross, there he is, people. And Aaron dapping up E-Ross. Dapping's my favorite part of the show. Mr. Battle, I've consistently said to you, my man, Liverpool will definitely go in serious for Isak. Yeah, you did say that. Not yesterday or the day before. You've been saying that for quite a long time. Maybach music. See, I can't even say it. That's why I had to go get the soundbite, E-Ross, because they say it better than I do. And I think it hits better. Like if you're driving in your car, you got the bass up and you listening to this, when it drops, give you a little bit of vibe in your evening, in your morning, wherever you're watching from. Like that. The man said in London, pick up every time. Yes, sir. Aaron said if they sign Isak, we better lock off the season. Invincible. Them man are screaming invincible season. Will Arsenal be good enough to protect our invincible legacy and beat Liverpool this year? Because we didn't beat them last year. It was 2-2-2-2. The year before that, we beat them at the Emirates every time. But I made a stream back in like October of last year when I was hearing these Liverpool Isak links. Because it seems like it's a match made in heaven, isn't it? Big up Wahaha. Hard to see Newcastle breaking up that midfield. Yeah, that midfield is strong. But I talked to Jordy Dredd, yeah? Jordy Dredd is more inclined to sell Bruno G than he would Isak. He said that. I have the receipts. Because he's the man that like to deny shit when he says it. Not in a malicious type of way, though. In a very cheeky type of way. And be like, I didn't say that. Yes, you did, Spec. Or he'll be like, go find this. Well, you have 500 videos on your platform. I'm not going to go dig through those. Eventually AI is gonna become so advanced they'll actually develop some type of search engine where I can tell it, AI, go to Jordy Dredd's YouTube channel and find the clip and the minute timestamp when he said X, Y, and Z. And they'll go find it. But until then, I'm not doing that, bro. Yo, Dre say bomber incoming. There will be a lot of bombers. There will be quite a few more. I think this transfer window's got quite a couple more twists and turns in it. But big up Dre. From a Newcastle perspective, is that money covers Nkatike Elanga? Not a bad deal overall. Yeah, and I said that. I said that to D-Man and Specs yesterday. I said, if you're good right now, Isak's value is as high as it is ever going to get. Next year, he is not. Liverpool are not putting no 120 up, 150 up for him next year. So he's at max value right now. Right? And if you have historical examples, if you can get 150 plus the money that you're going to go get in the Champions League, you can turn 150 into 4 good players. We see Brighton do it with less. We see Brighton go in and sign some ridiculous players and send them to Chelsea for a fraction of the cost. Like that. Big up to E-Ross, says Scants. Darren says, big up BBK Sports. Not tomorrow, but I can't be good with these Liverpool actions. It's serious, isn't it? They move serious. They're making some serious moves because they already made 3 banging signings. And they made it look efficient. Linked with, advanced talks, terms agreed, deal, done. Man holding up the shirt. No back and forth. No haggling over $5 million. Liverpool are very deliberate of what they're doing. And on paper, they're pretty much winning the league already. Great show yesterday, Scans and Tyron. The Jordy Dredd is funny. Yeah, that damn Jordy Dredd, man. He says things and think we not listening. Like, bro, I heard what you said. I heard what you said about you're going to win the league, and then, you try to walk it back 2 seconds later. Like, just say what you say. Say it with your chest, Specs. I'm good otherwise. Everything blessed. Yes, man. Yes, man. Elijah in charge. Bruh, Salah, Isak, Birds up front. Jesus Christ. Yeah. That is cooking. I think if Isak goes to Liverpool, Mo Salah gets that 20 and 20 Thierry Henry record easily. Because remember, man sat on like 17 assists for a while last year. I think he was not every Liverpool, but this damn Raheem Buckham, he was in the chat yesterday. Yeah, he was in the chat yesterday, and as soon as Mo Salah hit number 17, he was like, "It's done," because he is just on my neck about Mo Salah being the greatest Premier League player ever, and he knows that it's King Henry, and I'm holding to that. Right? So when Salah hit that 17 goals, man was like, bro, when he get that 2020, that's the only record Henry got over him, and he's gonna get it. Man sat on. I think he finished the season on 17 assists, and there was a whole month and a half left to play because Darwin was on some fuck great. But Isak goes there, then all of a sudden Mo Salah don't have to score 35 goals. Mo Salah gives you his 20. Isak is scoring at least 25 in that Liverpool team. He's getting 10 tap-ins, right? And he's going to score 5 bangers. You know, a couple of pens. Oh, man, it would be long. It would be absolute long. Mr. Batt, I'm surprised we even knocked back a 63.5 bid from Bayern for Diaz. Liverpool form on 80 million euros. This Edwards plus Hughes actually doing and playing. How much did you pay for Diaz? Is that a profit and sale issue? Because I think if you look at it from a business standpoint, whatever you bought Diaz for, Diaz has played well. He hasn't been a Liverpool flop. So you should look to turn some profit on him. Meanwhile, if you get anything over 50 for Darwin, you have to sell him. You have to. You must. You must sell him if you get anything over 50 for Darwin. If you agree, let me know. But 80 million for Diaz, a Premier League winner. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll let him walk. I will let him walk for, I don't know. If Liverpool say they want 80, Bayern offer 65, they'll probably agree around 70-ish, around there. E-Ross, the Liverpool not leaving a crumb on their plate. Yeah, that man not leaving any meat on the bone, E-Ross. They're not leaving anything for next man. Big up to him. Gantz, everything we both said last night has happened today so far, yeah. The only thing is that I had wrong was the number, the figure. Because someone in the chat had said 150. But Scan said 120. 120 plus. XYZ. And the money will bang because if those pluses are realistic, you can book Liverpool down to hit most of those targets. Like Liverpool winning the Champions League, another 10 million. That could happen. That could happen. You know? Like Liverpool, they're expected to do something every year in the Champions League. Whether or not they were shit in the Prem or not, they're always expected to do something there. Big up to Brett. Still think Chelsea winning the league next year, Brett? Well, you had some time to think that over. They licking the plate. Yeah, that's stew chicken gravy. You know that good stew chicken gravy that your mom used to make where the gravy tastes better than the meat? Yeah. All the dumpling gone, banana gone, yam, sweet potato gone, everything gone. Yeah, and then chewed up the bone. They were nice and soft. Didn't even spit it out. Licking the plate. Yeah, Liverpool just doing a cleanup job. Doing a cleanup job. Oh, my Brett, another one appears. And Brett contributed a lot to the conversation yesterday, so big him up. Can't even see ketchup on that plate anymore. Yeah, Liverpool want to put a foot on our necks. Yeah, and the thing is, Liverpool fans have told me, I don't know if it was LFC Monster or if it was Mr. Batter, but they have told me that FSG have wanted to move this way. It was Klopp that said, nah, I'm good with this small squad. These guys have been loyal to me. And with a big squad, sometimes it breeds animosity. This guy doesn't value his playing time. That guy isn't getting his playing time. He likes a small squad where he can reward the guys who play for him. And if you know, most of those guys, the Fabinhos, the Wijnaldums, would run through a brick wall for him. Even when Naby Keita, whenever he got on the pitch, Oxlade, whenever he got on the pitch, injuries kind of fucked him. But you know what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Sky Sports reporting Isak not for sale. Yep, Sky Sports reporting it. Newcastle saying he is not for sale. No bid has been made. So it's hard to believe what's going on at this point. And that's why I started the stream by saying, is it fiction? Is it fact? They made a bid. Did they not? What is it? Part of it could just be, okay, there's nothing else they can spin on this Gyokeres deal anymore. They have milked all the juice out that cow. So now Isak becomes the hottest prospect on the market. And the fact that Newcastle were linked with him gives a pipeline to the Liverpool story. Because either Eddie Howe is going to completely change the way he plays two strikers, or he believes that Isak will go. It's an imminent bid from Liverpool coming, because he would know. In the football spaces, the real ITKs, the coaches, the GMs, the directors of football, the sporting directors, they absolutely know if Liverpool are going to come in or not. You know, these men are in WhatsApp group chats and all that shit together. You know that once. Big up to Mark Kabongo. Isak to Liverpool means they are going for back-to-back. Yeah, they absolutely. So there's this narrative, Mark, around Liverpool that they only win the league when Man City fall off. I wish we had that moniker at Arsenal. You know, 2 Premier League titles when Man City fell off. You know, you think Houston Rockets fans in the 90s scared you only won 2 NBA championships because Mike retired? They don't give a damn. Keep the Dream Elijah got the rings, and he is an absolute legend in the state of Texas. Not only in Houston, in the state of Texas. So I would have loved 2 Premier League titles when the big boys fell off. Right? So I look at Liverpool and they're like, okay, we want to fix that narrative because we know what Man City are on. That men are coming back to try to claim their throne. That never went 2 seasons without the Premier since he's been there. 2017, first season, didn't win it. I think they came third that year. I think it was Chelsea, Tottenham, City, a whole bunch of teams, and then us. And then they lost it in 2019, 2020. In 2021, they came back and proceeded to win 4 in a row. So you see what they're on. But it was meant for us to have something to say about that. Means that they want it all. Yeah. Liverpool want their name in the treble conversation. You know, Liverpool want to clean up the treble. Then they could really, 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 really slap up Man United and be like, move over, bro. They got the coveted number 20. You know, they got more Champions Leagues. Then they can be like, okay, United no longer has that treble over us. Liverpool are moving mad. They're moving mad. I think Slot is doing these signings to get Klopp's team stink off him. He's building a Galactico team. Ooh, I like that comment. I like this comment right here, Darren Martin. Might even start this one. This might be the comment of the day. I like it. Yeah, for real. Because if he doesn't win next year, he's going to get the Arteta. You remember the Arteta stench? Yep. You only won with Emery's team. And at some point, this will become Klopp's team. And at one point, it will become Slot's team. And at one point, he will have a good team and not win the league. Because context will disappear. People will not care. Matter of fact, it's already disappeared. No one cares that Jurgen Klopp put 97 points on the board in 2018. 97 points on the board and didn't win. And in 22, 23? No, it was 21, 22. They put 92 points on the board and didn't win. Deadline day. I think they had Wolves at home. City had Aston Villa and Coutinho scored and they went up. Yeah. 92 points on the board, 97 points on the board, and not win the league. That context has already disappeared. I only remember because I got my head knee-deep in sports. But the casual fan doesn't remember that shit. But this is an astute point. An astute point. I walked the league in my first year, and I've made my signings. Because even if he wins it next year with Verts, Frimpong, Gyokeres, it's still kind of, the core of it will still be Klopp's team, innit? It won't until Mo Salah leaves, right? And Van Dijk leaves, and then he gets his center back and it's built in his image the way Arsenal is built in Arteta's image. But people really give him the respect of you came in and dominated. But the way I think if Man City were on it last year and he did what he did, he would have more respect. I think he's very well respected because he's got my respect. Because he came and took the league that we were supposed to get when Man City fell off. Remember? We were second. It was supposed to be our title. Man City fell off and bang. Man came in and just walked it. Like that. Can't say 55 we got for Diaz. We will suffer. Okay, 55. 55, then use the money for Rodrigo. Ooh. Rodrigo. Now, Rodrigo would be in addition to that left-hand side. But your left-hand side will then be Rodrigo starting probably. Gakpo as that impact rotational piece. I think Gakpo is a baller. I'll never call him a bench player. I think Gakpo is a baller, man. The way he goes from left, I think he can play the 9 as well. But can you imagine if they get Rodrigo down there? Not let that happen. That means they will treble, bro. They'll do an invincible treble out this. Kind of like what Bayern Leverkusen was on, but that was Europa still. That wasn't champs. Mr. Batter said, yeah, we got Diaz for 51 plus, so definitely profit territory will be knocked back. We knocked back a bit from Napoli on 44 for Nunez. We won 52. 40, they offered 44, you want 52. I think Liverpool will take 47, 48. Yeah. Everyone's got a price. 150. Yeah. Everyone's got a price. Big up to Mr. Yasta in the chat, champion of the world. I see you, bro. I see you. You'll wear that champions of the world badge until the next World Cup. I know them Chelsea, man, they got some chance for us when we go to Stamford Bridge. But we turned up there with Madueke and they were in the badge. If Liverpool side is that, they will win the league by March time. I mean, we'll see what Man City got to say about that. And I wish I could say here and be like, I want to see. What Arsenal got to say about that. I want to see what my front line of Rodrigo, Saka, and Gyokeres have to say about that. But I can't say that yet. As he signed, as he held up the shirt, as he put on the number 19 shirt. That's what it should be. He should wear the number 19 shirt. I know everyone is saying Glock 9, but it's really a Glock 19. The pistol is actually a Glock 19. It shoots a 9mm. It's the subcompact version of the Glock. It's the Glock 19. I know these things. I'm an armament technician by trade. I'm a gun guy, and I actually own a Glock 19. So it would be the 19 that Trossard will vacate when he goes to Fenerbahce. Arsenal are a joke. Now, to be honest, well, that opinion, Brett, my friend, is not unpopular over these sides of YouTube. Because you see these men in the group, in the chat right now, man, like E. Ross, myself, Dr. Seymour Butts, journeyman proctologist. Ooh, that was a mouthful. Man like Darren, we've been calling out the club. So we welcome that we have other fans that see the club for what it is at this point. Yeah? Absolute joke. We should be in the mix of all this. All of this. Lock it off next year. Dr. Seymour Butts says, lock it off. Yeah. He would take the air out of everybody if Liverpool get all these signings, because they were good. They were damn near great last year, right? This and all this glazing in Liverpool, it's so uncomfortable for me to do it, but I have to because they deserve it. I respect winning because Liverpool did something last year that impressed me so much, right? And when I talk about pressure, know-how, experienced players, champions. Liverpool, title on the line, home game versus Tottenham Hotspur. Win today, you win the title, right? They go down 1-0 to Tottenham. And I'm thinking like, ooh, nerves. And I always put my team in a situation and think of how my team would react in said situation, right? And I'm thinking if Arsenal was supposed to win the league, pressure game, Big Six team at home, and they score first, does Arsenal have the balls to react? I'm not sure I would have the chest to say, you know what? They scored first. We're going to win this game. Scored first, game ended 5-1. That is how Liverpool were moving last year. Conceded, no matter. Everyone was getting, oh my God, they're about to buttle it. Nah, 5-1. The game ended. They came from behind. They weren't up 5-0 and gave up a consolation goal. They conceded first and proceeded to respond in a championship manner. And they did that without Isak. So, can you imagine With the back of your tap dancing at the ATM. I think Spurs will go one bet and finish 16th. What you chat? Nah, they won't finish. They have Thomas Frank, who's actually a good man. I think Spurs will be top half. Spurs will be top half next year easily. Yeah, yeah. I think Spurs and Man United will be top half. The difference is, I think Man United will be top half, but I think they might still be in negative goal difference. Big up to Dal from the Oregon Gooner. Liverpool can kiss my rosy red ass. You know what's funny? They can, but right now Liverpool are giving us their ass to kiss. The way them man are moving, you know, they're so high up the tree. You know, they say the higher the monkey climbs, the more of his ass you see. You know, we're seeing all of Liverpool's ass right now. That man are way up there. It's the back. I said, E-Rush, you're not wrong, brother. I'm moonwalking around my house. This guy's better than Brent Goldbridge, in my opinion. Big up, Fred. Big up to you, Fred. Now it says 22-23 Nunez hit the post 34 times. Who would have converted those chances? Liverpool would have won it all. Really? That's a real stat. I mean, I believe it. The legend that is Dow says it, so I have to believe it. 34 times. That's abuse. That's woodwork abuse. Call the Merseyside authorities. That's the semester back, and your club is moving bad, and I rate it. We have to, man. If you have your agenda to run, you can run it, but you have to respect what them men are doing. You know, Gakpo, you know, remember Man United fans was calling him Gakpo. Remember, we were linked with him. What was that, 2021, 2022 season? We were linked with him. Never happened. And goes to Liverpool and just been picking up trophies ever since. Mr. Bat is going to be a long season for us. But it doesn't have to be E-Ross. It does not have to be. If we handle our business, yeah? And here's the thing. If Arsenal sign a Eze, if Arsenal sign a Rodrigo, not or, and get us a Eze, get us a Rodrigo, then we forget about Madueke. We got Gyokeres, we got a healthy Saka, we got the best defense in the league. We signed Zubomendi. We don't even have to worry about what Liverpool is doing. We don't have to worry about what Man City is doing. Okay, they did their thing, we did our thing. Now let the chips fall where they may. Because I'm calm if we go to Anfield with Rodrigo, Gyokeres, and Saka. Because our defense is good. I trust Timber and Skelly. Gabriel and Saliba, nothing. What is understood doesn't need to be said. Best center back pairing in the Premier League. Calm. So it doesn't have to be long for us. Control the controllables. Do what we have to do now, and let's go compete. Berta, I know he sees that. I know he sees that we can compete. Big Nunez couldn't hit a barn door, bro. Nunez couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat. That's a saying that we used to use back when we used to qualify. You know, we used to you get 40 rounds of 5.56 ammunition, and you must hit 26 targets at various distances from 50 meters all the way to 300 with the M16 for the older guys or M4 carbine for the newer guys. And a lot of guys couldn't hit 26 targets. And we're like, bro, I can't take you to a room. You can't hit anything. You're going to get me killed. That's marksman if you hit 26. If you hit 32 and above, if you hit 32, sharpshooter. You hit 36 out of 40, expert. Oh, your boy got the expert. You know them ones. But yeah, Nunez couldn't hit water if he fell out of a goddamn catamaran in the middle of the damn English Channel. Arsenal still haggling for the 10 in add-ons. Nah. Is it fact? Is it fiction? Did we bid? Did we not? I don't know if we're serious about Eze, but if we're haggling for 10 million, I read a report that, that Arsenal are seeing if they can get Eze for less than the release clause. Needed that money, man. Because when you tell me that we're trying to get Eze for less than the release clause, doesn't give me any faith that you're gonna go get Rodrigo, because you can't step to Real Madrid that way. You have to put the money up front, unless Arsenal is saying we're trying to save money on Eze, we're trying to save money on Madueke, I'm trying to save money on Norgard so we can go get Rodrigo. Then I can hear it. Because the Gyokeres deal was actually a steal for me. He cost less than Kai Havertz. 55 million pounds. Havertz was 60 something, wasn't it? There goes the link for the Yasser TV people. All you can consume Chelsea. All you can consume from Chelsea. But 10 million still can't be haggled. Still can't be haggled. Is it done? Is it not? Brett says it's done. I don't even know what to believe at this point. And I think once you see Fabrizio and Ornstein stop tweeting about it, it's pretty much done. There, no one will click on to them anymore. They have moved on to the bigger fish, and the bigger fish right now is Ekitike, Isak, Liverpool, Newcastle. That's the TV. We're learning from your club, but move seriously. It's refreshing. Can't lie. Arsenal disagrees and raises the cost to 80 million. 80 million euros. Hey, there's the link for Dal, people. If you are a gamer or a gooner, go and show Dal some love. Big up to Oregon Good every time. Arsenal suck at do his business, to say the least. Yeah, business. It's not our thing, is it? You know, the transfer window comes and it looks like how we play football. Slow, boring, predictable, not very convincing, not very efficient, not enough. Just about finally building on your success. Yeah, but and again, quite a few Liverpool fans have told me that they've wanted to do this. It was Klopp that said, nah, I can win with this. I can topple this Man City giant with my small budget the same way I toppled that Bayern Munich machine with this Dortmund little guy that could. Klopp is on some David versus Goliath type shit. I want to see what happens with Rodrigo, because if Arsenal don't act fast, I expect our clubs to be on that file ASAP. Yeah, man. If Rodrigo ends up at Chelsea and we ended up funding part of that, because it doesn't even matter at this point, is it? Because I think we funded part of the João Pedro deal. Chelsea knew that money was coming from Madueke. They knew it. They knew Arsenal was good for the bag. They knew Arsenal was good for the bag, so they said, yes, go ahead and make this anticipatory purchase of João Pedro. And it worked. It paid dividends because he scored 2 goals and fired them into the final. And chipped the best performing goalkeeper in the world in Donnarumma. Made Donnarumma look stupid in the final. Slap the likes, people. And while you're doing so, if you do not mind, you can go subscribe to Yasser TV. Yasser is a good brother when he's not trolling. When he's not trolling us. Man wants to run me some money. And I can hear it, bro. I'm telling you, next year this time, Yasser will be over here talking about run my money for Dewsbury Hall. Run my money for Tussin. Run my money for Badia Shield or the Sassy and that. The shit. It won't be run my money for Palmer or run my money for Caicedo. It'd be for the trash. More trash. More and more trash. 18 likes at E-Ross. Yeah, we're doing well on the likes. If we got 26 locked in, let's get to 20 likes, people. 20 likes, man. It would help me out a great deal. 14 draws. Yeah, man. We just out here collecting draws like a damn 1980s serial killer. Collecting personal artifacts. Nah, bro. Don't be collecting no draws. Just bust cheeks and leave. Mr. Batterd, your team and mine have always been interested in him, but Chelsea likes to observe and then hop in and hijack it. They do, don't they? Chelsea let the man them do the negotiation, see what the numbers are, then go to the ATM. Oh, Liverpool, Rodrigo agreed 75 in principle. Them man will fly to Madrid and drop 78 on the table, cash, count it later, get on the jet, get on the G6, Gulfstream. We're flying back to Stansted Airport. The Chelsea proper hijack. Big up to E-Ross. Say, please like TV Gate Sports if you haven't already. Follow. It really helps the channel. Yeah, man. Big up to all the legends locked in. All 24 y'all watching. Man. I appreciate it. Big up to man like Views. Smash the like. I brought up Views, man. Big up to this guy. All this work on YouTube, the consistency. And I had forgot to mention this to Brother Views. And if you are still in the chat, my bro, it was an honor last week to be able to be the one to send you your first super chat. That was dope. From where I see you started from to getting monetized, where I could send you a super chat, my bro. That was dope. Glad I was able to do that for you. So big up to Views every time. The only nagging irritation at Liverpool now is Konate's contract situation. That brother seems he's working for Madrid. Let him go. Let him go, Mr. Batter, so they can leave Saliba alone. Because I think if they have Konate and they have Dean Hughesen and they have what's that other guy? Militao, Rudiger can come in and shore up games. They'll leave Saliba alone, and then Saliba will resign. But then we'd have to win. We would have to win. Dr. Seymour Butts, journeyman proctologist. I have to read that out. That fucking name, man. Seeing that straight baboon cheeks looking up. If only it was some 5 South African Ebola. Oh my days. Dr. Seymour Butts, the modern day Shakespeare. If I could change your name, like if I had like admin rights and just could right click and change your name, bro, it would be the modern day Shakespeare. I missed your live stream earlier, was working on it. Isak deal. Ooh, the cheek of Mr. Batter, Oh my God, man. This guy is on it. The doc is in the building. Yeah, big up to Dr. Seymour Butts, man. There's the link to Views on Sport, the journey to 2K. I think, man, is only like 50 or 60 subs away. I think everyone in here is already sub to Views in it. But if you are not, please go subscribe to Views on Sport. Absolute legend, man. Absolute legend. I should say your midfield is Buki. There's some good midfielders in the Premier. Newcastle midfield is stout. Liverpool, that's said. I like our midfield. Still can add to it. And Chelsea midfield is wavy. Yeah, there's some good midfielders out there. It's just our front line right now is kind of lopsided. Mr. Batter, all said and done. Transfer window is the only one aspect. Coaching tactics still need to be top notch at the end of the day. Yeah, facts. Big fact. Big fact. I need to do a 5 reasons video, bro. No. I don't know if you can see it. So that's my left, your right shoulder. I'm a Chief Warrant Officer 4 in the United States Army, not the Marine Corps. Big up to you, Brett. Ross, no one cared until I put on the gloves. Did I watch the home run derby last night? I did watch it. I was in and out of sleep. I don't know why I was so tired yesterday, but yeah, man, I did watch it. Big up to Mon Sports World. Fucking sunshine. I bet Eze send a player or two. No, I need 2. I need Eze and Rodrigo. Big up to Godfrey. Godfrey, man, we missed you in these spaces, man. Welcome, bro. Welcome, man. Hope you are good. Large that in charge. Big up to you all the way from South Africa. What is Eze? What's the deal with Eze? It's so easy to get that done. It's a release clause. It can be paid in installments. Why haggle? Yeah, they want to pay less than the release clause. So what typically happens with Arsenal is because they want to pay less than the release clause, they end up paying more for the player. So if the release clause is 51, Arsenal want to pay 3 installments of 20. You end up paying 60 million. So we want to finance. It's like financing a cheeseburger, bro. You have $7.99 in your pocket. Just pay the $7.99. You have a credit card with 22% APR. And you swipe your credit card. You paid $10, $15 for a cheeseburger. Just pay the damn money. Pay the damn money. Big up to Hendo. Big up to you, though. And big up to all that's watching. Godfrey has all the faith in the world that the Gyokeres deal will be done. But you know what? The PTSD, and there's enough doubt there for me to worry. Still. Right? Because from a week ago to here we go to deal falling apart, to deal stalling, to he's in London, is he not in London? Until this damn club announces him holding up the shirt. Because you know, if he was done, Arsenal would have been announced so they could sell the shirts. Or is it that they're trying to get rid of Trossard first so they can put him in that 19? Or that 14. That 14 is vacant, you know. But I somehow think Gyokeres, I think Madueke will wear the 14. He's not getting 11 unless Martinelli goes. Just cancel the Madueke deal and get the Gyokeres deal completed in what? I mean, this, hey, I'm with that, Endo. I am with that. You take the money out that account. Yeah. Yep. You take the money in that account. I'd rather go pay Brighton 50 million for Matoma. He plays on the left wing and cooks over there. Not 007 Madueke. Dr. Seymour Butts financially should be able to get both Eze and Rodrigo. Leave Teabag or Reese and a bag of cash at Palace. Drop the Hermes bag in Madrid and come back with Rodrigo. On the way, only way we stand a chance to compete. Yeah. And I think with with Gyokeres, Rodrigo, and Eze, the only thing that will be holding us back would be Blunderman. Like I see the assemble just entered the chat. The Blunderman would be holding us back at that point. And then it will be clear for all to see. It will be clear for all to see that, okay, the squad is good enough. We just need a different manager, a different voice. Add-ons is winning the league and champs for Block 19. Hey, Hotmouth Football. Big up to Yudi, another Liverpool fan. Great guy, makes content. Isak, he says. No Iketike, yeah? No, so for Scans and for Yudi and for Mr. Batter. Okay. If Newcastle draw the line and say, we are not selling, even if we get Ekitike, we are not selling. The player hasn't turned in the transfer request. He is not wanting to leave. Do you just go bid for Ekitike and rival them? Because I think if it's a battle between Liverpool and Newcastle, Ekitike chooses Liverpool because he starts there. He's guaranteed to start. Nunez is not it. You know how many games that Onslaught played Luis Diaz at false nine because he doesn't rate Nunez. The man won the league and still didn't play him there. The games were of no consequence and he still didn't play him there. That is a message. He starts. And it's the World Cup year. We talked about that. And he has to bang to give Deschamps a selection headache because the French squad is pretty strong. He has to compete with Mbappe, Thuram, Dembele. There's some ballers in that French squad. So he needs to bang, and he will bang at Liverpool. If he goes to Liverpool and scores 20 goals by January, Deschamps has to pick him. He has to. Absolutely has to. Where are we? Big up to everyone in the chat still. Big up to every single one of you in the chat. Just have to make sure I find where I was in the comments. Big up to Orgaguna again. Hope all is well. Your trip to UK. Looking forward to seeing you on August 15th. Hey, big up, man. Big up, Dal. You going to London, yeah? I wish Arsenal were home for the first game. You know, Man United at the Emirates. That would have been a good one for you to catch. Godfrey bigging up the gang. Love it, love it. Red said, Madueke was one of the worst signings in Arsenal recent history. He can't be worse than Havertz. It cannot be worse than Havertz. No. Even though I didn't want Madueke, even if he sticks up the place, I think Havertz deal was already worse. One, he was more expensive. One, they bought him as a midfielder knowing he couldn't play there, and then he ended up front and didn't play there well. And made him the highest paid player at the club before he even kicked the ball for us. if that didn't upset the dressing room, imagine having Kai Havertz as your highest paid player, and you've been linked with a striker ever since he signed for you. Absolute mad one. Maza. Back to these comments. Loving these comments. Absolutely loving them. Absolutely loving them. See Ross saying, I sub back to you two in the videos. Yeah, man, go for it. LFC Monster, big up to you, bro. Welcome back into the space. I have seen some Arsenal fans hyping up Gyokeres over Isak since this Isak news has been coming out. You know what? LFC, tell me. You ain't got to say it loud for everyone to hear. Is it that damn halftime Hooks? Is he one of them? Because, Hooks, that brother will be on his own channel, will be nice and calm and level-headed and seem sensible. But then he goes on a panel like Never a Fowler on Dan Potts and turns into Prime Egal, bro, and does shit like this. And does it like that. It's mad. But Isak is absolute class, and everyone at Arsenal would sell every one of our attacking players right now for him. It would be interesting to see where Ekitike goes. Yeah, I think if Liverpool bid for him, he goes to Liverpool. Liverpool could hijack this deal and flex their muscle. That would be devastating to Liverpool. Devastating. But I don't think Ekitike will get the game time he thinks he's going to get at Liverpool. And that would be at Newcastle, excuse me, that would be Liverpool's strong point. That you come here, you start. You play against next to Mo Salah. You come into the Premier League champions, you play next to Mo Salah, and you're going to be on the end of Fast and Florian Wirtz. Come on, man. Pick up the Unapologetic Podcast family. We can't look what Liverpool are doing. We need to get our business sorted. Absolutely. And then, I know you just dumped into the street, but I think around minute 20 something I said, get Rodrigo, get Eze. Then it doesn't even matter who Liverpool get. They go get everybody. We wouldn't care. Because then we believe our squad will be good enough to compete, be there or thereabouts. Then the manager will get exposed. Because then we say, okay, this squad is good enough. Best defense, good midfield, and a robust strike force. We just need a different voice to get the most out of the squad to leave the party with stuff. But shit, I am looking at what Liverpool's doing because they're where I want to be. Right? When you win Rome, you do what the Romans do. When you want to win, you look what the winners do. So, I go again. That plaque back there, it says CW4 Chambers, right? It's Chief Warrant Officer 4. You have to cross over to be a warrant officer. If you want to be a warrant officer, you want to talk to the warrant officers. You want to talk to the ones that didn't. You want to be a pilot, you talk to one. So, Liverpool, the blueprint is there. We just have to follow it. LFC Monster, Isak is Premier League tested, unlike Gyokeres, who scored 1 goal for Brighton. Numbers are there. The numbers are there. I think Gyokeres is more of a late bloomer, Late bloomer. It was amazing to see some even suggested Isak wouldn't score the same amount of goals in Portugal. Oh, mistake. So did they base that on him not scoring a bunch of goals at Real Sociedad? And I don't like that. I don't like that narrative. But okay, when I said there's Bundesliga tax as well, they didn't want to hear that. So they want to apply Portuguese tax, to Gyokeres. It's a mad one. The summer window is going to smash all records collective spending, by the way. Every single club has spent. Please. Yep. We just need to spend it on the right players. And I don't think, Madueke was the needle mover for us. I think we get the heavy hitters, and then we get the meat, get the starch, and then you can, put all the other fancy stuff around the plate. But what are we doing? Arteta thinks this is enough, and that's what we'll roll with. It will all come crashing down. Chelsea have made talks for Hato. Ajax wants 60, but Chelsea are hoping for closer to 40. We play my left back. It goes both ways. LFC Monster. They're saying Gyokeres is going to flop. We'll see how everything works out. I don't think he'll flop. I don't expect him to score 39 goals, but I expect him to score more than Havertz, as he always has, wherever he's been. Appreciate your service, my G. Yeah, man. I'm almost done, Dr. Seymour, but I'm calling it quits at 24 years. Let these young men do this thing. Yeah. I'll let them. Yeah, man, it's mental, and we aren't done yet. Yeah, so unfortunately, the passion of Jota may have forced Liverpool's hands to not having to wait until next year to do the strike force reinforcement. I get that sentiment, but the Isak level or two above Gyokeres, surely. I don't know about two, but So we'll give. I mean, how many goals did Isak score in his first season at Newcastle? I think he did bang, but I don't think he banged 20. If I can have a look real quick. Alexander Isak season first. Oh, computer screen just went black. Screen just went black. First season at Newcastle, 27 games, 10 Premier League goals. 27 games suggested there were some injuries, but second full season at Newcastle, 21 goals. 21 goals. 30 Premier League games, 21 goals. That's banging. Certified. Can't give no one the 14 yet because these men have got to prove themselves. Well, we gave it to Eddie. So to you and to me, numbers mean something, right? Like Emil Smith Rowe wore Bergkamp's number. Hardly was a starter. I don't even think Jack Wilshere should have worn the number 10. I know that's unpopular amongst Arsenal fans, but I don't think Wilshere was good enough to wear number 10. Like if I'm looking at Bergkamp's levels, I think Ozil was the only player that wore the number 10 that was off the quality of a number 10 at Arsenal Football Club. And if it means something to these modern day players, then use it to pry Eze away. Don't have to leave London, don't have to change your number. Come on over, bro. But it probably would be Madueke or Gyokeres in the 10, in the 14. But I'd rather see Gyokeres in the 19. Glock 19. Look at it. Subcompact Glock pistol. There is no such thing as a Glock 9. Okay, it doesn't. The Glock 19, it shoots a 9mm round, but it's the model of a Glock 9 doesn't exist. The 9mm are the Glock 26 or the baby Glock, which is the subcompact. It's really small, for like women or dudes with small hands. And then you have the compact, which is the Glock 19, and the Glock 17, which is the full-size 9mm caliber Glock. That's the stuff. That's the armament technician gun guy coming out there. Please excuse me. People saying Gyokeres will flop don't understand football. He was in a glamorous league. That's all. Man knows where the back of the net is and will find it regularly. I hear that. I hear it. And once we were linked with a player, I'll go watch him, watch a couple of games of him and see how they move. I think he was. Well, we got Havertz. Can't turn our nose up at anyone these days. We got Donkey Kai. By this time tomorrow, a bid for Isak will be in, possibly same with Rodrigo. Ooh. Ooh, I'm surprised no top 6 team tried to sign Matoma. I don't know why they don't rate him, but he cooks most teams. He cooks most teams. I think he's a baller. I rate him higher than most Arsenal fans are trying to get Matoma. I mean, not Matoma, Lookman. I'm not sold on Lookman. I saw him at Leicester, saw him at Fulham, saw him at Everton. He didn't cook. He suits that Italian league. Let him stay there. I'd rather have Matoma. He's actually banged in the Prem. Happy Tuesday, Chief. Big up, Sabi Pinky. Hope you're having a good day. Hope your day gets better. Hope you get some good sunshine and everything is good. We'll talk later. Big up to you, Mama. Mr. Batter, the only thing that will hamper Gyokeres' scoring will be Arteta's style of play. Facts. Especially if Arteta flogs Gyokeres by forcing him to track back and prove he's defensive cover. Then he'll end up like Jay. You remember when Jay Juice was called the best pressing number 9? Do your damage going forward while you were in the number 10. We get Ekatike. We won't go to Newcastle. Yeah, if he has a decision to make, it's a very easy decision for me. This is my new favorite football podcast. Oh, man, let me stop. Let me stop the music real quick. Let me stop the music. Big up to you, Brett. You're far too kind. You are far too kind. And big up to the chat, man, because I know you're not saying that because of me. I know you're saying that because of all these legends in the chat. See all these men. You see Mr. Barrett. You see E. Ross. You see Dr. Seymour, journeyman proctologist. You see these men. These men make the podcast go, you know. Because I can sit up here and just rant and talk about football all day. But I move away from that and I read the chat and I engage with the chat because there's some banging comments in these chat. And it creates a dialogue. Because you following, you play this game, you coach this game for 30 years, bro. You can speak it. Agreed, Mr. Battard. We apparently know that Eketike's number is. The fact that Isak bid news came today means that Liverpool have done the groundwork and are confident Newcastle will sell. Yeah, Newcastle hasn't put a foot wrong this window. Have they missed on a target? Yeah. Ring pong, bing bang boom. Gyokeres, bang bang. You know? Verts. The biggest fish in the market. Biggest fish in the sea. The most creative midfielder. Man, this went and just locked him up. And there was a need for him. Plenty of need for him. But nah, man, nah, bro. We ain't leaving this to chance. We are not leaving this to chance. It's like Liverpool knew that Bayern would have had an injury in the middle of their midfield with Musiala. They didn't take that chance. And they just went and got their target. Big up to him. Big up to him. Endo, facts. All eyes on Arteta this season because he's been given all the tools. All of it. All of it, Mr. Battard. So there is nowhere for man to hide. Arteta, stand up so you can be counted. Second highest paid manager in the Premier League. Where are you hiding, bro? Or you can do what the Vics are through and top of the Western Roman Empire. Nah, Dr. Seymour Bus. Just do what the Romans do, man. Just do what the Romans do. All right, so Mr. Dr. Seymour Bus, when you go to Jamaica, yeah? Fuck the Romans. When you go to Jamaica, do what the Jamaicans do. Darren, let Mr. Seymour Butts know what the madness is. Yeah, don't try to topple. Just do what the Romans do. Do what the tragedy do. Matima is good. Consistency is my concern. I think I've seen him consistently perform well. A little bit of injury here and there, but injuries happen, isn't it? Injuries do happen. Itoma is a baller. Plus, he's our token Asian. He's our token Asian problem. Oh my days. But here's the thing. Eketike, Liverpool, Newcastle. Either one of those. Now you see how we talk about you see how we talk about if Isak goes to Liverpool, bang, it's over. Curtains, everyone done, dead. I think if they get Eketike, even though he's not at the level of an Isak, I still think that's a banging transfer. Banging transfer. And even if, yeah, Arsenal get Rodrigo, Arsenal get Eze, both. Not one of them, but get both. I don't think we will. I think it's Eze if we get any of them. But let's just say Arsenal get both Eze and Rodrigo on top of what we've already gotten. I don't think Man City will do any more business. I think their window is pretty much solid because they started on their window back in January. But then you look at the transfer windows, and Liverpool do what they do, Arsenal do what they do, and City have done what they've done. I still think Liverpool are favorites. I do. I still think Liverpool are favorites to win this Premier League next season. Based on how their squad performed last season, based on their additions, and they're the champions. I have to respect what the champions do. In the words of the great Rudy Tomjanovich, don't ever underestimate the heart of a champion. Liverpool are not going to give this title up as easily as they did in 2021. When they finished, I think Liverpool finished third that year. So they got like 69 points, but they didn't strengthen. They did not strengthen. They strengthened. They are serious. They're hungry. And they're motivated. And they have to do it for Diogo. They have all types of motivation for him. So I'm very worried about Liverpool. Very, very worried. Big up Dime Sneed. Big up the panel from Maryland. Just me today, Dime. No panel. Big up to you. Hope everything is good. Tell us that you are well. Words, Isak, Rodrigo in one window. Fuck me. Ooh-wee. Yeah. That is something to write home about. You know, that's three of the biggest names on the market. The best creative midfielder, one of the best strikers, one of the best left wingers. Bruh, long. Matoma is top notch, says Darren. Brighton are a bitch of a club to do business with, though. Unless you're Chelsea, they sell to Chelsea. They stay selling to Chelsea. They don't budge on that price. Last I heard, they want 8. Ooh, okay. Move. Turn the page. Nope, we're not doing that. That's Rodrigo money. That's Rodrigo money. Unless they're applying the agent tax to that. He's Japanese, isn't he? He's not Korean. You know the Koreans, they will follow you to the end of the earth. There's a reason why Human Son has never left. Never left Tottenham. That's a business decision by Daniel Levy. LFC Monster says, Hendo, just seeing on Sky Sports, seeing that Newcastle have told Liverpool that Isak is not for sale. I saw that too. That's why it's in the thumbnail. Not for sale. He is not for sale. Loud for the people in the back. I said, Newcastle, for the good of football. For the good of football and for the love of the game, do not. We cannot have that. Does it involve Montego Bay, Oxdale, Rice and Peas, Red Stripe, and a spliff? Crossing my fingers. Not a spliff, Dr. Seymour Butts. Spliffs. Plural. Pluralize the spliff. Yeah, get some oxtail, get some curry goat in there, some steamed snapper, some escovitch parrotfish. Montego Bay, cool. But you can also hit up Portland, St. Thomas, St. Elizabeth. Yeah? Yeah, man. Stay away from Negrilo. It's very expensive out there, and it's very touristy. Yeah? Make sure when you go to Jamaica, if you go with someone, you go into the city and you rub elbows with the people. That's how you learn the culture. You know, the music, sports, and the food. And when I take people to Jamaica, I do not take them to the resorts. Maybe for a day or two, but I take them where the people are, and they enjoy that more. Not the sandals, pretty beaches, and all. Because all you're gonna see is a whole bunch of tourists when you go there. You know, I'm gonna take you into the midst of Kingston. I'm gonna take you to the Spanish Town Market. You can smell some organic produce. You know, to the local mom and pop shop. Yeah, you know them ones. Yeah, those are enjoyable too, man. But it's not a dig at the resorts anyway. Still, Sky Sports said Verse isn't signing. They are the worst. Verse. Yeah, man, Gyokeres? There should be no hiccups with that Verse deal. It should be done and dusted many months ago. Dr. Colleges, yeah, man, all that can go on. You see? Yeah, Darren got you, bro. Darren got you. You were in good hands. Newcastle tier 1s are saying Newcastle are worried and preparing to receive a bid from us. So, yeah, is it fiction? Is it fact? Was a bid made or was it not? This is it. Listen, today, sometimes the time zone that I'm in actually works out well for me, because I can stream, I can get all the news from you, man. And then I can go do my workout and then I go watch the transfer. I go watch the transfer fiasco. And watch the internet burn down. Yeah. What the hell are you talking about? What you man talking about? Birds, Isak, Rodrigo. You can't compete with this. LFC Monster, you cannot compete with this. E-Ross, tell him. You cannot compete with this, bro. Kepa, Norgard, and Noni. Thierry Henry. You think you man can compete with Thierry Henry? And VPN. NordVPN protecting the back four. The best back four in football. You man having a laugh. You man having a laugh. Yes, we are. Complete trolling. Complete trolling. Big up to all 22 of you locked in, people. Make sure you are hitting the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't done so. Brighton turned down 90 million plus in what the? That sporting director needs to be fired, bro. What it? I mean, 90 million for Mitoma, and he was injured too, wasn't he? That's a mistake. The only Brighton player I would want would be Baleba. Yeah, I think Baleba is good. I would have taken that Dingra as well, but I heard you went to Sunderland for like 20 million euro. Not even 20 million pounds, 20 million euro. Criminal. Newcastle are in a strong financial position that they don't need to sell Isak. But I've heard the opposite. I've heard they haven't been able to spend a lot of money because of PSR issues. But 150, 130 million, they have to consider that. And if Liverpool bidded was it 112 on Caicedo 2 years ago? Was it 2 years ago? They bidded 112. You bid 112 for a midfielder, but one of the best strikers in the world. What the hell is 20 million? You add 10, 20 million to that, and you ask the question. Ask the question. There is a need there. It's not like he's a luxury signing. I would argue that Liverpool needed Isak more than they needed Burks. Controversial? LFC Monster, Mr. Barrett? Is that a controversial statement? I think Liverpool needed a Isak more than they needed a Burks. Think of that if you what you will. Aaron, let's see it, bro. Absolute delicious stuff. My roommate was in community was from Jamaica. He Stanty made the best oxtails too. Hey, have to see more butts. You gotta go, man. Once you go, you'll know. Once you go, you'll know. Darren, they actually need their PSR headroom. They have unlimited budget but can't spend without selling players. That's what I always thought. Yeah. When I was in Jamaica, when I'm in Jamaica, I want to see Richie Spice. Hey, brown skin. They play land. Yes, they play land. Only on that gully where they get the Ross is awesome. I might have to get some more music for E. Ross. Some other artists, E. Ross is, man, what a legend, man. What a legend. Yeah, take him to the ends, man. Yeah, take him to the end. There's a Dr. Seymour Buzz. Yardman runs Jamaica restaurant in South London, not far from Crystal. Supposed to sell her a spark, yeah? Yeah. And when I start to frequent London again, man, I'll definitely hit him up. Newcastle's problem is their revenue is so small they can't spend their riches. Okay, yeah. This is what the badness is. Yep. Newcastle. Oh man, it said Newcastle need to sell their female team to themselves. Hey, another star for comment of the day. Man, Darren was spoke to the radar. Yeah, translation: do a Chelsea. Newcastle need to do a Chelsea. Oh man, some Greek food freak, yes. Greek food is. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Greek food is cooking. That's a fire window for Arsenal. Can't be stopped, bro. And let's not forget the other players. The link with the monitoring. The set sights on those players. They're gonna cook too. Study of the Chelsea playbook. Yeah, man, sell them to themselves. You're right, bro. Striker was more of a priority. Worse was a market opportunity for us. Cherky was our original first choice. Yeah, I won't even call him a luxury signing because he adds to any team. A luxury signing would be like a Calafiori. Imagine that. Arsenal out here needing to make priority signings, but I can identify more luxury signings in our squad than the men them who are winning the league. Madness. The Barrett agrees as well. 100%. We needed Isak more than the Verge, but the Verge deal was his textbook definition of a market opportunity plus laying the groundwork work thoroughly plus striking hard. Hey. That's what we own, man. Big up to Gary. Don't waste the trip. Tell us that you're good, Gary. What it do, my bro? You know. Yeah, man. Big up, man. They playing land better. I'll jump on that galley. We that where them get it from. They playing land. Big up to it. But no worries. There is no worries in the Liverpool camp. I think Man City, they're good. They like their squad. Trust their manager. Wish I could stay here and be like, hey, no worries going into the season. I'd rather be prepared than hopeful. And right now, I'm still sitting on hope. I'm hoping we sign Eze. I'm hoping we sign a Rodrigo while knowing that we won't do both. It worries me. Worries me a great deal. However, should we do that, I'll feel better about going into the season. Because I know either one of two things will happen if we sign Rodrigo and Eze. Either we'll be doing this with something, don't know which one, or Arteta goes. Either one, I'm good with. I'm good with either one. But there is no way we cannot lift a trophy. There is no way we cannot show armpits. And Arteta is the manager of Arsenal Football Club going into 2026, in 26, 27. Because at this very point, before this season even plays out, I can make more cases for him to be sacked than for him to stay. And when that becomes the case, it's usually bad. It's usually bad for the manager. I hope Arsenal takes the moves by the pool seriously and go for Rodrigo and Eze. You would think, and it's not like they're living in a bubble and don't know the news and don't know what's going on. Like, don't let these men use players that we need to strengthen their squad. Okay? We have weaknesses in our squad, and the solutions are out there. So let's go do it. Let's go do it. Absolutely, let's go do it. I want to hear it. I want to see shirts held up. You know, I want to see standards brought back, and I want to see expectations placed on the team to include the manager. A lot of us are just including, hey, and there's no way for the players to hide. There's no way for the players to hide. There's a narrative coming out of AFTV, but I don't want to hear that. I want to hear there is no place for the manager to hide. Because the players do not hide. They have to take the pitch. They have to take the pitch and and commit to the wrath of the fans when they're not playing well. Because once Madueke holds up the shirt, I'm a fan. He's an Arsenal player. And he will get cheered when he touches pitch at Old Trafford. But once he starts to miscontrol balls and start to have stinkers, brother, I advise you to stay off social media. Matter of fact, even if you're doing well at Arsenal, stay off social media. You're going to get it from rivals. Stay off social media, keep your head down, play good football. Mr. Bad, I'm interested to see what Arsenal do with outgoings. Bertha under the microscope of sales, because Arsenal have a poor record traditionally with sales. So, Mr. Bad, that's a great point. Before I wrap up, I'll say this. I'm going to give Bertha a lot of grace with the outgoings. A lot of grace. I'm not going to give him a whole bunch of grace with the incomings, but with the outgoings, I'm going to give him so much grace, so much bandwidth, because a lot of these players are on poor contracts, economically unattractive contracts that he did not make. He did not put Zinchenko on 150. Now, in what world you have a club with their fourth choice left back on 150K? These are the facts of the situation, Mr. Barrett. I'm not making this up. Our starting left back is Maz Lewis Kelly, an 18-year-old. Our second is the luxury signing of Calafiori. Third choice left back is Kibior. We've seen Arteta move. Then it's Zinchenko. I could even make the case that he's fifth, because I've seen Ben White at right back and he moves Timber to left back. So our fourth and fifth choice left back is on £150,000 a week. He's unsellable. That's why he's not at Fulham right now. That's why he's not at AC Milan. He cannot be sold. He's on too much money. So I can't hold Bertha to account for that. I cannot. That's unfair. Completely unfair. Martinelli on 180K a week. Reece Nelson on 100K. Economically unattractive contract. So the players that would be worth anything, we can't sell. So I'm going to give him a lot of grace. A lot of grace. And I'm hearing that Madueke is moving from Chelsea to Arsenal, and we're not tripling his wages. So when he has a stink, or in 2 years, if he needs to be moved on, he's not on 150K. So he could be moved. The same way Liverpool were able to sell Kwanzaa for 30 million because he was on 15K a week. So Bertha, grace on the outgoings. I'm gonna be a top gooner with the outgoings for Bertha. I'm gonna make all the excuses for Andrea Bertha for the outgoings. One thing we can all join together and do is laugh at United. You know what? I won't even mention that man. I made a vow last season that I will not talk about that man until they are in the top half of the table and a positive goal difference. And not or, and. And then I had to revive. I was like, for fuck's sake. Okay, they won't be able to hit both. So I'll talk about you when you get to the top half of the table. The hell with the goal defense. They couldn't even do that. So I just leave them man be because I cannot. I cannot. Because right now, you know it's peak, right? When most of these United content creators, they do more content about Arsenal and Liverpool than they do about Man United. Is there way more signs yet? You know, I've seen Onana pick up an injury. They don't make content about. There's content to be made. They just don't make it. They just talk about Arsenal, talk about Liverpool, talk about everything other than Little United. So yeah, I just don't. I can't be bothered. I just let them be. When they make themselves relevant to the conversation, I'll hear them. Yeah, being able to sell well is the only way to keep one. Is the only way to one keep increasing funds and two keep players accountable. And this, Mr. Battard, I think is why Konate will go. Because the money that I'm hearing that he wants, I don't think Liverpool is playing that game with him. If he was at Arsenal, he would get that money. But Liverpool aren't playing that. PSG will pay that. PSG might have to look at their defense the way that Chelsea just carved them up. So he might go there. Work up here playing for PSG, gets to the especially this version of PSG. That's really good. Yes, they had an off day at the office, and Chelsea blamed them. But that happens. Same way Inter had an off day at the office. It just happened to be in a final. I'm not just going to throw Inter in the trash can because they got fist up in the final. Can't just throw PSG in the trash can the way they get fist up in the final. It happens. It happens. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Don't laugh at United yet. Arsenal will gift them a home win when we play them at Old Trafford. Now, Hendo, you know what? I'm going to order a hat called a Top Gunner hat. I'm going to put it on when it's time for me to be delusional and defend the club. You know, as much as I go hard on Arsenal. That game, at worst for us, got 1-1 written all over it. They will not beat us. Because Arsenal Football Club, over the past 3 seasons, I've lost 15 Premier League games over a 3-year span. 15. This is one of the reasons why I'm upset, that we haven't won anything. Because the team is good. We're very hard to beat. So I'm not just upset that Arsenal aren't doing the bits. I'm upset we're not doing the bits when we have the ability to do so with a better manager. So I don't think we lose to Man United. At worst, we draw. But I do think we win. But we'll make that prediction there. It would just be glorious if we could go there and Gyokeres actually scores against his former manager and we start them up. But yeah, don't laugh at United yet. I hear that. I do. Absolutely hear it because they did not cuss out the FA Cup and went on to lose to Fulham. We go to Madrid. We go to Madrid to sell Konate and pick up. Player swap, yeah? Yeah, okay. I hear it. Duty free. Pick up the LFC Monster, man. What a comment. What a comment. Oh, my days. Hey, LFC Monster. I won't be mad at the trade, to be honest. I like Konate to extent, but Rodrigo type opportunities don't come along often. I think he's a game changer, man. I think he's a game changer, but yeah. It's one of them. But yeah, people, I think I'm going to leave it there. Big up to Darren Martin. I think this was one of the comments of the day right here. Big up Darren. We'll give Darren a round of applause. We'll give Darren a big round of applause. Because I absolutely love this comment. I think Slot getting these signings to get the stink off of him, and he's building a Galactico team at Liverpool. And I'm sure Scouser Nation and Liverpool fans worldwide can appreciate Arnslot can do no wrong in Merseyside right now. He has the key to the city. Arnslot walks into a restaurant and he gets complimentary champagne. When he walks into a restaurant in Liverpool right now, man, it's like, Mr. Slot, that's on us. This is an endorsement. Like when Arnslot walks into a restaurant in Merseyside, he's endorsing. It's not even a matter of check, please. No. He's endorsing a product. So any restaurant that he walks in can say, we got the best seafood in Merseyside because Arnslot ate here. Complimentary champagne coming out. LFC Monster, I won't be mad at that trade, to be honest. I like cannot. Oh yeah, I read that one. I read that one. Best you've been since 2000, but not win anything. Now rival fans truly know how it felt for us against City. Okay, I hear it. I hear it. Yeah, brav. Yeah, I love that comment, man. I love that comment from Darren. So big up to Darren. Slot don't have to spend us, bro. Endorsement. Onslaught goes to get his MOT at any at any auto shop. When he go buy his tires from here, it's an endorsement to the business. Whatever he does is a business. Wherever he takes his suit to get dry cleaned, he's endorsing them. So yeah, can't put a foot wrong. That's the type of love that you get when you win. How about it? How about it, people? Big up to every single one of you that tuned in to BBK Sports this morning, man. I love this chat. I absolutely love this chat. I'm able to get my agenda across. I'm able to engage you, man, and women who tuned in. Big up to every single one of you, man. Like I always say, people, take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, we are